This is why everyone should own a business in 2024. And if you don't, it's gonna cost you thousands of dollars. And I'm gonna tell you why. My name is Chris Cobb and I am the founder of Chosen Agency. And I'm gonna show you what the difference is between a W-2 employee versus somebody who's 1099. And today I'm gonna show you the advantages and disadvantages and how one may be able to save you thousands of tax dollars at the end of the year. Before we get started, quick disclaimer, I'm not an attorney and I'm not a CPA. So if you have in-depth questions, make sure you go seek professional help. I'm just giving you advice on things that I've learned and that's helped me. So first of all, who is a W-2 employee? This is typically someone who has an employee relationship. So they're probably working 40 hours a week. Typically the employer creates the schedule. They tell them what tasks they have to do. And also, so when you get your pay stub every 2 weeks, you probably notice a big chunk is missing. And that's because before you get paid, they deduct a big chunk of that for your taxes. And I'll cover a little bit more of that on the tax section, but those are common characteristics of what a W-2 employee would look like. On the other side, we have what is called a 1099 independent contractor. Now with these people, they're a little different because typically they don't have any instructions, they don't have a schedule. Usually they get paid from either commissions or maybe they have an upfront fee that they've already agreed upon before they even started the project. And the main difference, to complete the project, they use their own tools and resources to get the job done. So think about something like Uber or Lyft. When you decide to work with them, you become what is called an independent contractor. And what happens is Uber doesn't buy you a car, they don't pay for your gas, and they don't cover your insurance. What they do is they help you find people who need a ride and are willing to pay for it at an agreed price. And so anybody who decides to contract with Uber, you understand that you're gonna use your car, you're gonna pay for your gas and wear and tear, and also you have to use your own insurance, but we'll help you find the people who need the ride and we'll pay you for it. And the beautiful thing about this is no one takes taxes out. So no one touches your money before you do. But not only that, no one tells you when to work or how many hours you have to work. You have the freedom and flexibility to create your schedule around whenever you wanna work and however much money you wanna make. That's the beautiful thing about being an independent contractor. And so those are the main difference between who's a W-2 and also who's a 1099 independent contractor. Now, talking about benefits. Now, the beautiful part of being with a W-2, typically you're gonna get all the benefits. So you can get health insurance, life insurance, medical, dental, and with a 1099 independent contractor, most of the time you're not getting anything. But I'm gonna show you how you can actually get those for a much cheaper price by yourself if you're a 1099. Now, let's talk about the taxes. And I want you to pay close attention because this is how you're gonna save money every year. So as a W-2 employee, before you even get your paycheck, it's already taxed. You don't even get the full amount. And once you're taxed, that's when you see what you earn. And after you see what you earn, you start to pay your bills. And then whatever is left is whatever you get a chance to keep. And so the beauty of being a 1099 is no one touches your paycheck. So you do not get taxed, you get to see all the money that you earn. And before you pay taxes, you pay your expenses, your business bills. Then after you pay your business bills, that's when the government asks for their taxes. And so a W-2 employee, the difference is this, they pay their taxes, then they pay their bills, and then they get what's left. With a 1099, you make your money, you pay your business bills, then you pay your taxes, and then you keep what's left. And it may not seem like a big deal, but this is how you're gonna save thousands of dollars on your tax bill at the end of the year, every single year, just by switching from W-2 to 1099. So check this out. Hopefully you can follow. Now, as a W-2 employee, let's just say you got paid $1,000. Remember, first the government's gonna tax you. So let's just say you're in a normal tax bracket paying 20%. So 20% of 1,000 means you owe $200 in taxes. Now you get $800 that goes into your pocket. And let's just say you wanna buy a laptop for 500 bucks, you pay that, now you are left with $300. Check this out on the 1099 side. It's a little bit different because remember, you get paid first with no taxes. So let's just say you were a photographer, you did a couple photo shoots, and somebody paid you $1,000. And because you're a 1099, first you get to write off your expenses before you pay taxes. So let's just say you bought the same laptop for 500 bucks. When you made 1,000, you get to deduct 500 for the laptop because you need it for your business. Remember, you gotta doctor up the photos, you gotta make them look pretty. The laptop is a business expense. And so now you are left with $500 in profit. And that is what the government or Uncle Sam is actually gonna tax you on. And 20% of $500 means you actually owe 100 bucks in taxes, which also means you get to keep $400 of your own. So instead of only having $300 at the end of the month as a W-2, now you have $400 because you're an independent contractor. So I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but W-2, you pay your taxes, then you pay your bills, then you keep what's left. As an independent contractor, you get paid, then you get to pay your business bills, then you get taxed. But believe it or not, it saves you a lot of money. Now, in that example, I know you're like, Chris, I only save $100. How is that gonna really help me? But you can't, there's thousands of things that you can write off as a business owner. So think about like your phone, your car, parts of your house, even some of your meals, maybe use equipment like cameras and laptops. All of that stuff can be written off. Now you're thinking about saving thousands of dollars a year, and it's just because you bought it as a 1099 as opposed to buying it as a W-2. The last thing is this, we're gonna talk about the advantages and disadvantages of both. So the disadvantage of having a W-2 job is this: the environment is typically constrained. You may have a boss, it's a controlled environment, so there's really no flexibility, no freedom, and sometimes it comes with less income, or even if you're making good money, it's hard to grow your money by significant amounts every year because it's not set up to do that. So the advantage of actually having a W-2 though is this: you have something called security, because every month you know how much money you're gonna make and you're fine with it. You agree to it, but also it does come with benefits. So now you can better take care of yourself or your family or anybody else that you have in mind. Now, the disadvantage for being a 1099 is actually the opposite of W-2 because you have no security. You have no guaranteed income, you have no benefits. And in sales, they say you have to eat what you kill, which means if you don't kill anything, if you don't sell anything, if you don't get any projects, you don't make any money. But the advantage to being a 1099 is this: you get to dictate your market price. And this is my favorite one. Basically, there's no cap on how much you can make. So for me, my first job out of college, I was making like $40,000 a year. As an entrepreneur, it took me 3 or 4 years, but I cracked $40,000 in a month. And that's what you can do as a 1099. What you used to make a year, you may be able to make a month. But not only that, you also get those tax write-offs that we talked about, and that's gonna save you thousands of dollars a year and gives you more financial flexibility, gives you more freedom. You have more control for your life. You have to work without guarantees, but you get a chance to create your own schedule and your own flexibility, so you start to live life a little bit more on your own terms. Now, everyone always asks me, Chris, which one of these is best? Which one should I choose? And this is my answer. Drum roll, whichever one makes sense for you. Whichever fits you best. We are not the same. We all have different needs, wants, desires. But I will say this: if you live in America, everybody should not be a W-2. But if you live in America, everybody should be a 1099. And the beautiful thing about it is you don't have to go full-time into a business to take advantage of the benefits. Because before I became a full-time entrepreneur, I got my insurance license part-time. I had a full-time job where they was paying me a salary, benefits, security, but I started building my business part-time, and then I also started taking advantage of the tax benefits, and I was saving more money. So if you're that person, you say, I don't know if full-time entrepreneurship is for me, I don't wanna risk it, that's cool. Still be thinking about other opportunities like Uber and Lyft. You could do DoorDash, Instacart. You could even use AI-related tools like ChatGPT and help people with creating content or sending emails. But there's hundreds, if not thousands, of opportunities of different businesses that you can start, very little money, and it's not so much about making a ton of more money, but it's just gonna help you save thousands of dollars at the end of the year, just by writing off some of your expenses at the end of the year. And this is how it's gonna save you thousands of dollars this year, and this is why everybody should be a 1099. And so if you liked the video and you got something from it, do me a favor, I'm growing the channel. Make sure you actually click the like button, but subscribe to the channel and also share it with a friend so you won't be the only one that's saving money this year. Until next time, see you.